Well, welcome back. Thank you so much for praying with our family for the launch of this new church. Last week I mentioned that Mel and I were starting to tour schools for the girls, and I just wanted to throw a quick update here on the front end. Most of the school options in Northwest Grand Rapids are out of the picture as of right now. Since we don't live in the area yet, we would be coming in as school of choice, and most school districts won't allow that mid-year. So we are down to one option that we are currently first on the waiting list for, and if that opens up, we would likely move the girls into Walker area schools starting next semester in the new year. If not, we would stay here and let them finish the school year in Grand Haven. So would you please continue to pray for us and ask that if God does not want us to move yet, that he would keep that door closed. And if he does want us to move, that he would open that door up. And we'll follow him as a family. We'll follow his lead either way. If you missed last week, you can catch up sometime this week. Would love for you to do that. Just look up at Tribes Church Co. on YouTube, and you should be able to find it. This week, I wanted to take you to Revelation chapter 5, verses 9 and 10. I read through the book of Revelation every year through the One Year Bible, and I think it is one of the most beautiful books that we have in the entire Bible. Verses 9 and 10 say this. It says, "They will sing a new song. You are worthy to take the scroll, to open up its seals, for you were slaughtered, and by your blood you ransomed for God saints from every tribe and language and people and nation, and you have made them to be a kingdom of priests serving our God. And they will reign on earth." Today I want to share some of the backstory behind the name of our church, Tribes Church. That as I've connected with people who feel far from God, it has become incredibly clear that they don't think the church really has anything meaningful to offer their lives. They're not itching to start going to something on Sunday mornings, to throw all the kids in the car, get them ready, just for a pastor to remind them of all the things they're not doing, to where they leave feeling guilty. They're not convinced that the church is maybe what you think it is. A life-giving group of people called to love one another, to serve one another, to build one another up. What they're looking for is better described as a tribe. A group of people that they would opt into to do life with. A group of people that they would travel the journey with, that they would grow with and eat with and cry with and laugh with. That in the most oversaturated time in history, people are starving for connection. They're dying to truly be known. One of my favorite authors, Erwin McManus, puts it this way. He says, "From my vantage point, if we were to engage the Bible as a study in human sociology, the word that would emerge is tribe. If you've ever felt that you're living beneath your potential, or that the greatness God placed within you is yet to be realized, then I would tell you that the most common cause of living beneath our capacity is that we have often chosen to walk alone rather than to walk together." He says, "You will never sustain greatness or fulfill your God-given calling if you see people as an obstacle to your destiny rather than as an essential to fulfilling God's purpose in your life." You see, people need to be a part of something bigger than themselves. It's not just about us believing in God or even following him on our own. We were all meant to be a part of his body. We were all meant to be a part of his church. We were all meant to be a part of a tribe. And what I love about this Revelation verse is that while we all come in as a tribe, different backgrounds, different history, different perspectives, where do we leave? We don't leave as a tribe, we leave as a kingdom. That we're headed towards unity, not uniformity. Will you do me a favor? Will you take out the timer on your phone? Will you set it for a minute? And for the next 60 seconds, will you pray for people who feel far from God and invisible to others? Will you ask God to create a brand new place for them to know others and to be known by others? And finally, I would love to know what you think. I'd love your feedback on the name of our church or our branding that we're trying this on. We desperately want to reach people who are not in a relationship with Jesus to the best of our ability. And I would love your help praying through the specific ways that God intends for us to reach people in the Northwest Grand Rapids area. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your prayers. It truly means the world for our family. We'll see you next week.